That would actually be fucking perfect. Okay, so let's see. Um, we could will this be up as a VOD? Yeah, all my streams are. Is usually after a stream, I will go back and cut up the VOD into like significant pieces. Like certain things will be like become their own like videos on Twitch, and then I may like just upload them on YouTube. So yeah, the VOD will still be up. Yeah, it'll definitely still be up. Let's see. So this is a shorter one, but you know, JoJo main villains tier list. Let's get it. Diavolo, S, easily. Diavolo's power was cool. Um, the whole like God versus devil thing was uh, it was just cool. Diavolo himself just looks fucking cool, to be honest with you. Like, I come on. Like the design is cool. The power, Diavolo has one of the coolest powers. And here's like one thing that I don't think I really talked about in the videos is that like when around the time that I first started um like when I first started watching part 5, I something oh shit, the music. You're absolutely right. Good fucking shout. Good fucking shout. Um Around the time that I started watching part 5, uh I I was like thinking up something, right? Because like I have a tendency to like think of like different powers that would be cool for characters to have, right? It's not so much as like I like making, or because I can't draw, but it's not so much as that I like thinking about OCs or something, but I just like thinking about powers that characters could have, right? And I remember when I first started part 5, I was like kind of pondering on the same thing, like what would be a cool power for a character to have? And I was like, yo, I think one of the coolest powers, this is probably why like when it came to guessing Diavolo's power, I was thinking, yeah, why don't you just delete something? I think when I was thinking about that, I was like, man, a really cool power for somebody to have would be to like the power to just delete like anything, you know? So I was thinking along the lines of Kuwabara or whatever, Gawa, I think is his name, from Madoka Box or Madoka Box, I don't really know. So I was like, oh shit, yeah, that would be a really fucking cool power. Like, just take that power, only like instead of like getting rid of stuff, like he just deletes shit from existence. That would be cool as fuck, right? Um, and then like around the time that Diavolo, well, around the time that I had to guess what what his power was, I was like thinking, or what Diavolo's power was. I was like, man, we've pretty much had everything, but what would be like a cool power to have? And I was like, oh yeah, that one time I thought about a power that just deletes shit. That's got to be it, you know. So I think that was one of the things that really helped me kind of like realize what his power was. Cause like, yeah, that shit was really good. Shit would have been really cool. Dub voice for Diavolo is actually really good in my opinion. Yes, it is. I remember we reacted to it last stream, and his dub voice is really fucking good. This is, I forget his name, but this is the one that was crying like a bitch. Meme material. Um, just the fact, just him crying was funny as fuck. Like the whole like breakdown that he had with Joseph was absolutely hilarious. Um, on your rewatch, try to look at all of Diavo's lines, not as gloating, but as him just talking to himself, trying to convince himself not to be scared. Oh, I definitely will. I think I'm gonna start rewatching part 5 pretty soon anyway. ACDC, that's his name. Yep, that's his name. Dio S hard. I mean, it's Dio, bro. Like, is there anything else to say? It's fucking Dio. Like, of course. Cars. I'm gonna put Cars as B. Cars was cool, but compared to these two, Cars ain't shit. and Cars isn't as memeable as AC/DC, like at all. Like you know. Yeah, I'll probably move meme down to the bottom because like it's not that Cars is better. It's like I think I'll just put it that way. It's not that AC/DC is better than Cars. It's just that Cars is or fuck. I think I mixed it up. AC/DC is just way more memeable. Like way more memeable. Way more. Kira. Why is there not like an A? I want to put Kira as A, but I'll put him as S simply because, like I said before, it's not even Kira's power that interests me. It's the fact that his entire motive was to just live like a happy life, just be content with his life. Like, you don't really get that a lot, and that's what really that's what really like made me like enjoy Kira's character a lot more. I don't know, man. Cars is the worst villain in my mind. That's fair. Cars is like Cars was cool, but he's not as cool as these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not as cool as he's not even close to as cool as these guys. Can you tell me some of your favorite artists or songs in English, and I'll give you a hint. They exist as Jojo stands. I want a hint. Wait, what? A hint if they exist as Jojo stands. I don't want a hint. Well, even if I did tell you, like I highly doubt they would have any correlation with any Jojo stands. I highly doubt they would. If you count only Cars and not the other two, he would probably be the low. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Like it's not even like yeah, it's not even like a fucking race, really. It's not a competition. This is Dio again? Well, he's going back in S. Like, dude, this is fucking Dio. Like, once again, what do you have to say? Is this Dio again? I said Dio twice. Or is it just like this? Oh, this is part 1 Dio, and this is part. Well, they're both this. To me, they're both kind of the same. Now, different progressions or different like points of progression, but like they're pretty much both the same to me. We should split up S tier. Yeah, that's probably what it's gonna be because right now I'm just putting them into where I think they go, but then I'll revise it. That's usually how I do when I'm S tier. Oh, absolutely. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like after I just do this, I just have to split up to see like who's the best in my eyes. Cause Doppio also would go in S tier for me. Like that's the hardest part. Doppio would also go in S tier for me because Doppio was cool too. So like it would just be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people in S tier, 1 guy in meme potential. And then there's Cars who was like cool but not as cool as these guys. So if I were to just take these people off the board, I'll put them in D for now, just like the lowest, just so I can revise this. So what I would say is that actually I'm gonna take this one off the board just because like I feel like these are just 2 different like actually I'll put them at C just for posterity's sake because these 2 are 2 different like points of progression, but they're the same people to me. You can change meme tier to A. Oh yeah, I can. Right, let's do that because meme material needs to be A. So what I would do is this is AC/DC. I would put him as B because he was cool but not cooler than these guys. Like he like the whole thing with him respecting Joseph and stuff, that was great. And like him wanting to be a true warrior, that was cool. Not cooler than these guys. Not cooler than these guys at all. Even though he is technically a villain, I never saw him as one. Doppio? No, I didn't see Doppio as a villain. He was just kind of broken. He was just a broken lad. Just a broken lad. Diavolo's staying in S. I would say Diavolo and yeah, this is how I would do it actually. This is how I would do it actually. Diavolo and Dio would definitely stay in S, simply because they're cool characters and they're strong as fuck. Kira would be an A because he was strong, not as strong as these guys, but he was also had one of the best motives. Actually, alright, I'm just gonna take that one off the board completely. Put you at C. Doppio is going to go to B because I do agree that Doppio is barely a villain. Now, was he working for the villains? Yes. But I'm not sure if I actually agree that Doppio is like a wholehearted like villain, you know? Like, as far as like villains go, like these two are some of the coolest. Like these, like just off of cool factor for me, these are the coolest. Kira has the best motivation though. So this is how I would do it. These two, strongest and the coolest. They have the most like swagger, everything, and what they mean to like the story and the characters, like in comparison to our main characters, they are the coolest. However, Kira has the best. Kira has the best reasoning for his villainy. Doppio was cool, but he wasn't really a villain to me. Wham was also a cool villain, but compared to these people, he was very simplistic. These people are just off the board because one, that's a different point of progression. He was memeable, and Cars was just kind of like, he was kind of like straight laced when it came to being a villain, you know? Like, there was no like super like deep intricacy to Cars other than he wanted to be the world's like greatest organism, which, you know, was still cool, but you know, hey. Hold up. Kira not only is compelling and relatable, but written into the story the best of my. Yes, I agree with that. People were real upset about Doppio's death, but to be honest, at least he can rest in peace. Imagine he had suffered. Yeah, because Doppio didn't deserve all that. Doppio was a broken person. Doppio didn't deserve the whole Diavolo treatment, so I'm kind of glad that he didn't die like some kind of crazy villain death, because he really didn't deserve all that. After a 20-year anime hiatus, my first anime back was Jojo, and now I have brain rot and can't watch anything else. Oh god. Anime Doppio and Kira are the best in my opinion because they both make you have a moment where you're like, wait a minute, why am I rooting for this? Absolutely. I mean, I think I even said it I think I even said it in my videos where I was like, yeah, I don't know why I'm rooting for Kira, but like I am right now. It wasn't until the end where I was like, yeah, you gotta kill him, you know? But most of the time I was like rooting for Kira. I was like, yeah, I hope he doesn't get caught, you know? These two are in S simply because like they're the most well-rounded when it comes to power as well. Like they were interesting and they were like stupid powerful. If you have a baby inside you who is evil, are you evil in... Oh god. Rosemary's Baby. Ooh, that's a... I think I was telling somebody about that movie one time. I don't remember who I was telling. I was explaining like the synopsis of Rosemary's Baby to somebody, and I don't remember who it was, but like I was like trying my best to explain without like spoiling it, and it was like really hard. Everyone praying for Kira to actually commit to loving Shinobi. I mean, I wish he did. Okay, but Doppio was willingly following Diavolo's orders against the Bucci gang. The Bucci gang. Oh hell no. Hell no. Yeah, Doppio was definitely a villain, but he was I sympathized with Doppio a little bit to the point where I didn't I didn't see him as much of a villain. I saw him as like, damn, like that guy had it. That guy had it rough, you know. And now he's in this situation, which I guess well, no, this guy had it great, and he was still a villain. But yeah, I saw Doppio more as like, damn, that guy had it rough, you know. He would do anything for Diavolo, wouldn't we all though? Yeah, wouldn't we all? But yeah, I think this is where I would stand when it comes to like the best villains. Like, just to reiterate, you know, these two S tier simply because they were like, I mean, they were just fucking cool. Design was cool, the powers were cool, like their reasoning and stuff was cool. Like, it's great. Kira, while he's not the strongest out of all three of these, had the best, and I mean the best motive out of everybody on this list. Kira had the best and the most interesting motive out of everybody on this list. Doppio was cool as a villain, but I didn't see him much as a villain because I felt bad for him. Yeah, fuck. Wham was cool, but compared to these four, Wham was simple as fuck. All these guys, Dio Part 1 was a different progression, or a point in progression. AC/DC is just memeable, and Cars is pretty straightforward, you know, pretty straightforward. I would say, at least. I would say that would probably be my list there. That would be my list until like maybe I rewatch it and then have to revise it, you know. Bossu baby. Oh no. I gotta go back. Pretty sure there's actually two Doppios. The one who thinks he's the boss's right-hand man, and the one who just wants to be innocent. Yeah, I feel that. I just always saw the innocent kid one, because I was like, man, that kid deserves better, you know? That kid deserves better. On to the